What's up, everybody? Welcome to the show, everyone. It's your girl, Samantha Lee. What's up, Game Changer Nation? How's everybody doing? I'm excited to be here today. Definitely got a sweater. I'm trying to figure out how to do this microphone because either way I do it, it's not giving what I needed to give. So I'm gonna just put it down here, but hopefully y'all can still hear me. Can y'all hear me? Because I just don't, I feel like it's killing the very classy look I've got going on here today. You know what I'm saying? Yes, there we go. That's it. We here. What's going on, Game Changer Nation? It's Samantha Lee. It's your girl, and I just want to say hi to everybody that's in Game Changer Nation right now. So, okay. The King. I was trying to read your comment, make sense of it, but what's up? I see Jason. I see Lanaya. I see Tavares. I see Jason. I see Michael. I see Travis. Sweet potato fry. Antoine. I see, wait, hold up. I see a star thing. That black. Oh, thank you, Michael. I'm glad you noticed. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, guys. I was trying to give. And I appreciate that you received what I was giving. Thank you, Michael. I love you. Thank you. I'm gonna let Michael live up here. Hello. I hear you. May I join your live stream tonight? Scott, I don't open it up for a lot of reasons. Because I have actually I've had some good experiences. But I don't know. You're not really a regular here. And with you not being a regular here, I'm not really sure what I would get from having you on the show. So maybe if you tune in and I hear your perspective and see how that will go. But I don't just, add people to the live. It's just not my style. But there are other lives probably going on tonight. And so that's that. So, we got it. Thank you, Michael. Thank you. Thank you for the support. I love you guys. Thank you so much. And tonight, you guys, we have a really great show going on tonight. Tonight, we were talking about a video I just saw recently of a woman, and y'all, this light might be doing a little too much. I might need to turn the light down because it's a little too bright. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I think that's better. Y'all, I'm getting so light. Golly, what is happening? It's like, you get into this, you know what I'm saying? It's getting winter and, mixed women, we just be looking light and way too light. It's making me uncomfortable. I'm looking way too light. I need to go get a tan or something. But anyway, what's up, everybody? It's great to see everybody. Again, we have a show tonight. We're talking about a video I saw that went viral. And it was about I'm not gonna read these comments because y'all gonna mess me up. But anyway, yes, I'm looking super bright tonight. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm looking very bright. But tonight we're talking about a video. I actually talked about it on my social media a little bit. I'm not into condemning people. I'm not going to condemn people on here. I don't want to condemn. Listen, I know what it's like to be condemned. Let's be real. I've been judged. I've been condemned off a 20-second clip. I don't think many people know how that feels, but I want to talk about this particular subject. Okay. The subject at hand was a woman who went live and basically showed the world her talking about or exposing to her husband that she is on OnlyFans. And he reacted on camera, not knowing that he was on camera at first, but he reacted even after being on camera, rightfully so, if the situation is true. Again, allegedly, because I have no idea whether this is a skit. I don't know if this is promotion for the OnlyFans. I actually have no idea what's going on. But the point of the matter is, it's a wife revealing to her husband that, hey, I'm on OnlyFans. I don't need to run that past you because of the fact that, I guess it's she was saying that because she's not doing content with other people, it was her body. Why does she need permission for that? Because she's doing her own thing by herself. She's solo in her stuff. And I listen, I thought it was a very interesting perspective because today's day and age, I've seen other content where women are talking about, you'll have a guy walk up with a microphone and a camera to women and be like, hey, I see you here with your man. If your man told you not to wear that, would you not wear that? And a woman would be like, I'm gonna wear what I want. Like, he's gonna be okay with it because I'm a good dresser and it is what it is. But it's my body. I've heard that. And here's the thing. I understand there are levels to this and nuances to this, which is why we're talking about this, right? Because I think that today's society and world, we have to find the balance between the extremes. We have extreme on male side, we have extreme on female side. And so I really want to be the balance of the in between because I know I'm figuring out things as I go too. And as I'm learning and growing, I'm, doing the same on here. So that's just what it is. Let me try to, somebody said it's bright. It is bright. I can't agree more with you. I don't know what to do because, oh my goodness, why is it so bright? Oh my goodness, y'all. I don't know why. I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know how to make it. This is more normal. This is a little bit more normal. It's a little dark though, but it's a little normal looking. This is better? No, because that is bright. I don't even like how light that was. Because it was making me a little uncomfortable. Like, I didn't like that. Let me know if this is good lighting. I can turn up the light as well. Y'all know I can. My setup is very simple here. I don't have anything going on, but if this is working for you guys, we're gonna rock and roll with it. Okay, it's a little bit, it's better. Okay, cool. Because other was like, it was bright. I ain't gonna lie to you. You might have been trying to hate on me, but I agreed with you because it was bright. Your girl was looking a little, not it. But yeah. So anyway, long story short, we see this clip, we see this woman, and I actually saw. I want to do research on it, okay? Because I also know. I didn't want to just take a what is it called? I didn't want to take a clip, 20-second, 30-second clip and be unfair to the young lady. So I went and I did some research. I saw that she did a TMZ interview after everything, which again, y'all, I don't know if this is real or not. Let's be very clear. I don't know if this is a skit. I don't know. Okay. So, I don't know. I don't know what's real or what's not. Let's be very allegedly. She went on TMZ and explained her perspective and her side of the story. This does feel a little like I'm going out the box to promote this OnlyFans. Nonetheless, she went on TMZ. Okay. And she went on TMZ, did an interview, and the interview didn't feel authentic to me. I'm not going to sit here and say it did. I don't know. I have no idea, y'all. People, I don't know. I don't know what's real or what's not, but she did an interview on TMZ. And it was about I forgot what the situation. Yeah. It seemed pretty fake a little bit. Yeah, it did kind of give a little fake vibes, but I don't know if that's like true. Like, I don't know. That might be her coping mechanism. I'm not here to condemn people. I don't like that. I don't like how it feels. I ain't trying to do this to nobody else. The Lord has done a mighty work. I'm not trying to condemn nobody. So she goes on TMZ and she says, you know what? What's up? Yeah, I did it. I put him on camera. That's right. And he wasn't really paying attention to me. So I started OnlyFans. And if he was paying more attention, if he saw his wife or if he was paying more attention to his wife, then we wouldn't have this problem. Blah, 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 blah. And basically he has like a girlfriend on some level that found out that his wife was on OnlyFans. It's a wild story, y'all. It's a wild ride. Okay. And she goes on to say that prior to them getting together, she had a singing career and she was an adult film star. And she did adult film for a while and basically stopped because she felt like, based upon his career, his likeness, that she wouldn't have to go and do OnlyFans or any type of adult film, anything like that. And so she thought that that would work. But it's no, she also goes into the fact that he's been battling depression. Um, it's the money issues are there. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Michael, for the super chats. Again, I want to thank each and every one of you guys for supporting the show. It means so much to me, for you guys to do that. So again, thank you. I love my Game Changer Nation, and I love you guys, and I'm very thankful for each and every one of you guys. So thank you. Anyway, moving on. So thank you for that. But love you, Michael. Thank you. So again, she's saying that, he had money issues and that was that. And so she was like, I want to live a certain lifestyle. That's what I agreed to. And so she started this OnlyFans in order to help the household since they are in some financial straits. And, there's a lot I got to say about this, family. And I think it's first and foremost, when you have a partner, I feel like today, women, I'm only going to speak to me, women, we don't like being told what to do, right? We're like, oh, we don't like being told what to do. We don't like being told what to do. Thank you, Michael. It's a mess. All facts, no breaks right there. Yeah. All facts, no breaks, Michael. All facts, no breaks. It's a mess. So he's a retired basketball star. I don't know much about him, and I'm not even going to get into him or what he's done or what. My point and perspective in all of this is that it's getting to a place in our society where if a man has an opinion about what his woman is doing, what she is wearing, where she is going, this, that, and the third, people are automatically associating that with controlling. Like, oh, you can't control me. I'm my own person. I'm my own this, that, and the third. Really putting out there an air of like, you don't own me, blah, 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 blah. Just very, I don't even know how to describe it. It's not about a man being controlling. That's my whole point. This is not about a man being controlling. If even in other relationships, other dynamics, a person should be considerate of their partner and should take into consideration how their partner feels. If my partner was presenting themselves in a way that was disrespectful to me, or maybe not what I want to be reflected out to the world, especially as my spouse, that's going to be problematic. That is not controlling. If your husband, who has been taking care of you all of these years, has a perspective about how you are represented to the world, why is that problematic for a woman to take that into consideration? That is my issue, is that we've gotten into this independent, you can't tell me what to do. You can't tell me this. It's not about being told what to do or authority. It's the fact that if I love you, and I know that if I say that I love you and there is something that I'm doing that hurts you, I don't want to hurt you, and I don't want to put you in a position where you're uncomfortable. So out of love and respect for you, I will tailor what I've got going on because I love you. And so for me, when I'm seeing people like, oh, why, with the whole, there's been a number of things where a man has an opinion about how his woman is being represented. Oh, Thank you, Ricky. Thank you, Ricky. I appreciate you. I just saw the cash app. Thank you so much. If a man has a perspective and an opinion about how, or a woman, like it could be vice versa. You know, I just posted a clip today where a man was like, listen, I don't like other women. I don't follow other women on social media because how it will make my woman feel. She will feel disrespected. So I'm not even going to make the appearance that I'm looking at another woman while I'm with her. That's dope. He's considering her feelings in his actions. And vice versa is true. This is not about, controlling. This is about respect. Why is it so negative for a woman to tailor her actions, tailor her behavior in order to please her man? That's a husband. If she decides, if he's asking her to do something different, and guess that, in this situation, for example, if your homegirls is hyping her up or whatever, saying, girl, you always been on adult film. He ain't making no money. So you got to do what you got to do. Whatever her friends are saying. At the end of the day, she goes to bed and sleeps with this man. How he feels matters. Yes, you need money, but I've said this 1,000,001 times. Every dollar ain't worth making. We've gotten, it shows me that it's like, listen, I want to live a certain lifestyle at a certain level at all costs. I don't care who it disrespects. I don't care how it makes anybody feel. I am going to live my life at a certain level, regardless of how my spouse feels about it. So I've now prioritized a dollar over the feelings of my spouse. The reality of it all is that when we're talking about relationships and we're talking about the different dynamics between a man and a woman, I think today's culture, we really, women be independent. Oh, he can't tell me what to do. I'm going to do me, whatever. And we do all this, really arrogant behavior to basically say, no one can tell me what to do. This is my body, my choice. I'm going to do whatever I want. I don't care who or what feels anything about it. And then I'm going to be in a relationship with a man. And whether he likes it, loves it, doesn't, I don't care. I'm going to prioritize what I desire and what I want over the relationship, the covenant that I made with this person. Y'all, we live in a world that is hyper independent. I think in our country more so than most, where we really do overemphasize. Either we go to the extreme of everybody want to be in a relationship, or we go to the other extreme and everybody want to be independent. Either way, we want to be in relationships super bad, but we don't want anyone to tell us what to do. We want our pride and ego to lead the way in everything that we do, but yet we want to be in relationships so bad that we sign up for TV shows where we don't even know who we're marrying until we get to the altar. But those relationships don't even last, because once we get on the show, we realize how selfish we are, how much we don't want to prioritize someone else's needs over our own. And then wonder why 10 to 15 years later, we still single. Because you're selfish. You're not thinking about how your behavior contributes or takes away from another person's living. That's why you're single. That's why you're not in a relationship. We're desperate to get married. We're desperate for relationships, but we still have not figured out a way of being able to sacrifice certain things for other people. And when we do sacrifice. We're called weak. We're called this. We're called that. We are shamed by our friends or whatever that may be in anyone else's life. I've seen, we talked about the Cheesecake Factory thing. She came on and said, my friends would laugh at me if I was sitting up in a Cheesecake Factory with this dude. Again, a lot of us are allowing what it appears like, the platform, the status, the money, for us to say, oh, you know what? I'm going to prioritize those things over a person. I want a relationship, but I'm going to prioritize superficial BS. I'm going to prioritize that and say, hey, I want a real relationship. I want a deep connection. How? How you gonna have deep connections when you choosing people off for superficial BS? Part of this issue, part of the problem here from the very beginning, and I don't know if this is real or not, okay? I don't know. But if you are in the market for choosing a woman, a spouse, and you don't want her to be saying, hey, I'm going to turn to other means or other ways of doing things because times are low, so I'm gonna go get an OnlyFans and make some money. That's not every woman will do that. Listen, and I can see, if I'm being fair, I can understand a woman saying, let me get a job to contribute to the household, since right now we're in financial straits. And I respect that. I respect a woman stepping up to the plate and saying, hey, listen, we've got things going on. There's a lot of weight on our shoulders. Let me get a job. Okay. But when it comes to like starting an OnlyFans, that's an extreme. to say the least. I mean, you gotta admit that's an extreme. And not tell your husband, that's an extreme. So we can admit that that's an extreme. I mean, you know, I'm riding with you. She said, we going through some financial struggles. I love that man. We live in a certain way. He was going through some depression, blah, 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 blah. And so I started businesses. I started doing this, that, and the third. I said, oh, I'm rocking with you. I get it. You a hustler. You a vibe. You trying to live up, and do what you got to do for your man. Now, y'all, this is me being fair. You could beat me up if you want to, but I can ride with a woman that says, you know what, I see my man is down. Let me figure out a way to contribute to the household while he down. I can respect that. I can absolutely 1000% respect that. That's why I needed the entire story. Okay. That's why I needed to see the entire clip and the entire other clips that came out after that, so that I could get more of a complete picture as to what was going on, instead of making judgments off of 20 seconds of a clipped up thing of what we call hooks in social media culture, and then running with it. I was trying to do something more complete, more understanding to the matter. I can, on that level, respect a woman who's saying, let me step up to the plate. I respect that. The part that I have or take issue with is that, sis, it's an OnlyFans. Like, come on, that's not like, oh, I'm going to work at Kroger or Publix, or I'm gonna take up a caseload. I'm gonna go work, be a case manager somewhere. I'm gonna, we talking about OnlyFans. We talking about something like, where your body is exposed to other men for money, where you are doing things and performing things on camera to another man or men for money. That is something that your husband does need to be privy to. And I don't care how much of your body it is. When you marry someone, they have a say. They have rightfully so a say. I don't care if you're doing it with you and you, doing whatever you're doing with you and you. You are being exposed to other men for $1. Your man has every right to have a say about that, and you should take heed to that out of respect for your man. Period. if I'm dating a guy and I'm in a relationship, well, this is where it's going to go a little dicey. Okay? It's going to go a little dicey, but it is what it is. But before I get into the dicey part, Michael, thank you so much. Michael says, kingdom living solves all problems. You ain't lying. You ain't lying. We said that the Bible is not a rule. It's not a rule book as we've looked at it. It's a guidebook of living life well. So yes, absolutely, Michael. We live kingdom way. If we could, and we would absolutely be solving some problems. So thank you, Michael, for that. I appreciate you, sir. Thank you, King, for always supporting me. I appreciate you. I think that even in dating, you should consider your partner in the things that you do. I think that if I'm in a relationship with a guy and there are things that I do that make him uncomfortable, I should take that into consideration, right? I should. At this point in my life, I'm not dating for kicks and giggles. I'm dating intentionally. So if I'm dating intentionally and I've taken and we gotten to that level, do I think as a woman that I need to take into consideration what my man feel about what I'm saying, doing, posting? Yes. And that doesn't make me weak. That doesn't make me a pick me. That doesn't make me any of those things. That's me being considerate of the person that I'm bringing into my life. Period. When I'm in relationships or I've been in relationships in the past, I'm not talking about a dude you done went on one date with and, no, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying for that. I'm saying a guy that has decided that we're rocking together. We're intentionally seeing what's up with each other. Absolutely. You should. I believe there is no shame on going on camera and saying, which I see this all the time. There is no shame in saying, hey, yeah, my man don't like this. I ain't gonna wear it. I'm not gonna make my man feel uncomfortable. What is so hard about us saying that? What is the problem with us being able to really say, you know what? I'm going to do things that respects my partner. I'm going to step out and conduct myself in a way that respects my partner. What is so hard for us? Why is that such a hard thing for us to do? What's the problem with that? There's nothing wrong with conducting ourselves in a way that is mindful of the person that we say that we with and we say that we love and we say that we care about and to say that we're intentional about. What's wrong with that? I'm not, if I'm with somebody and they don't like certain things that I do or post, like let's say they're like, you know what, Sam, your body's nice. I like, that you work out and stuff like that, but that doesn't really vibe with me. I don't really want to see that online like that now that we together or whatever. I'm going to take that into consideration. I am. And I'm going to tell y'all I'm going to take it into consideration. Because I understand how that may not vibe with that particular person. And if I care about this person and I love this person, then I'm willing to make certain sacrifices in order to make sure this person feels safe and secure. I'm not afraid. I'm not going to allow my ego. Woo, y'all, I almost jumped on that one. Ooh, y'all, I'm at to buckle my seatbelt. Let me buckle my seatbelt because your girl almost jumped. I almost jumped on y'all. I almost jumped. Whew, let me put my seatbelt. Our ego has us putting on this dumb A mask for social media, for the gram. A lot of y'all will be a lot further in life if you didn't allow your ego to talk for you when it shouldn't. Because your ego is keeping you stuck in broken places and you wondering why. A lot of us as women, our ego is keeping us from moving forward. Our ego is keeping us in broken relationships. Our ego is keeping us from actually honoring and pursuing the relationship that we're in the way that we should. Our ego is keeping us from getting to an altar and saying, I do. Our ego is keeping us from being able to go on dates to Cheesecake Factory with a really good dude who has a really great intention. Our ego got us really jacked up. Let's keep it real. It is our ego and our pride, our arrogance. We want to put on this daggone mask for what? What we putting the mask on for? Ooh, y'all, I'm getting hot. I'm getting hot. I'm getting hot, y'all. Y'all seeing? Look, I'm getting hot. I'm getting hot. Y'all saying? Woo! We are, listen, a lot of you guys are seeing a lot of these things on social media, okay? And I get it. Social media is, I can't lie and say I'm not influenced by social media. A lot of us are influenced by social media. I've really tried to make a concerted effort to be honest. I try to make a concerted effort to be authentic and not shame and not go back and forth and get into this hate and gossip. And I tried very hard to navigate these social media streets responsibly. I really have. But my issue is that we go into situations and we want deep, deep longevity things, but we are unwilling to make sacrifices at the sake of our ego. At the sake of your friend saying, oh, girl, he told you to do what? Oh, I don't know. That just sounds like a little bit controlling. Girl, where your man at? Where your man at? He with you? What's the problem? Why can't you be a woman that's about her business that honors her man? What's the problem with that? What's the problem with us being able to say, you know what? I love my man. I rock with him. I ride with him. I don't care what happens till the wheels fall off. If there's something that he needs, if there's a way that he wants me to represent him, I'm going to represent him because he's a man and I rock with him like that. I'm down for him like that. What's the problem with that? Why can't we do that? A lot of us be going on. I see women go on camera and it's like you embarrassing your dude for what? Oh, you go on camera and you embarrass your man. You embarrass your mate. And try to put off this what I call bad B energy. That's what I call it, bad B energy. And try to shame him and put him down and make him feel less than. Why would you do that? That's your man. You build him up. You make him feel like $1 million. You haven't done your part. Y'all, that's where a lot of y'all got the game messed up. Y'all think by making yourselves seem bigger and more pronounced and like I'm the bad chick, you lucky to be with me. You're thinking that that's going to make him see you that way. No, when you big him up, where he know you bad, but you making him feel like a king when you talking to him like he's like that dude and he's just got it. And you know, I don't listen, privately, y'all could be at odds right now. But the way that you present yourself publicly for your man, a lot of your dudes won't have a lot of issues privately if you handle yourself the way you should publicly. And that's not even just for, you know, we talk. I feel like in any situation, I'm not going to down my partner, no matter what type of relationship dynamic you're in. I'm not going to make you look less than because I look less than. I'm not going to not hold you down on camera and make you look like Bobo the fool that I'm this bad chick and I'm running this and I've got the power and he going to do what I want. I'm going to do what I want. Blah, blah. That's going to keep you single acting like that. A wife and a husband, they sacrifice for each other. They make sacrifices. And sometimes it's about, okay, you know what? I'm not going to try to look like I'm the bad chick right now. I need to be making my man feel like $1 million. If we on camera and this guy's going to come up to me and ask me, hey, if your man wants you to wear a certain thing, are you going to wear it? Yes. Yes, and I'm going to do a dance for him too. You know what that would do to for your man if you answered in that way? If you just put the ego and the pride aside and made him look like a king when y'all out and about and doing what y'all doing, you would go a lot further. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just saying. Some of y'all women be out here making your man look crazy. For what? Why? Why would you do that? That's your man. Thank you, Nikolai. I appreciate you, sir. Thank you for the super chat. I thank you so much for that. Thank you guys for the love and support again. Thank you so much for the love and support. I appreciate y'all. I just don't like the direction that we are going as a society when we feel like we cannot, where we feel like we have to down the person that we're with. And I think I see a lot of women doing that. You down your dude for what? Why would you do that? You speak, even if he's not a king, you speak to him like a king. I did a piece of content. It went viral multiple times on multiple platforms. And it said that a woman told me when I was young and I was out here dealing with a guy who was not being faithful. I mean, he was out here cheating on me like somebody was paying him to do it. Nonetheless, she told me a couple things, bars, like gems dropped. But one of the gems that she dropped that I really respect was, she's like, it's not about how you look. It's about how you make that man feel. It's not about how you look. It's about how you make that man feel. And she said to me, you make that man feel less than. You're pretty, but the way you talk about him to me, I already know that he's not feeling like a king on any level when he's dealing with you. But old girl over here that may not be as attractive is making him feel like $1 million. That's why he's dealing with her. And that's why he's not with you. Ooh, y'all. Hit me in the stomach. Because for all that time, I thought that me being cute, me being this, that, and the third, that was going to be, oh, that's why a guy would stay with me, or that's why a guy would choose me. Yeah, I'll probably get him, but will I be able to keep him if I'm not respecting him? And today we've made disrespect popular. Not only disrespecting women disrespecting men, but men disrespecting women. We've made this popular. We've made it attractive and appealing. This culture of disrespect is really problematic for me because I think it's ego driven. I don't think we get anywhere doing it that way. I don't think we get anywhere doing it that way. In my opinion, I feel like when we respect each other and we have more respect for our differences versus competing with each other, I feel like we can go a whole lot further faster. But my issue with what I saw in that video and what I've been seeing is that we have a lot of ego. We've got a lot of ego on both sides. Nobody's being real. No one's being honest. Because again, I get it. It's hard to be honest. It's hard to be authentic. It's hard to say what you actually feel when there's a different kind of world out here that will eat you up and chew you up and spit you out. It's hard out here. I can only imagine. It's hard out here. It's hard to be honest. It's hard to be real. It's hard to keep it real in today's society. But when I'm seeing this ego and this, I got this bravado that I've got to, everybody's trying to, it's like a pissing contest. How are we getting anywhere where we need to be? By acting in this way. That's the reality of it. We're like this woman, and I'm not bringing up her name, and I'm not going to bring up her husband's name because it's really not about any of that. It's about the ego. Like, sis, regardless of, y'all listen, y'all, this could be a skit and we could be all wrong. And so that's why I'm not condemning people. I understand I can understand her saying, let me do something that I know makes money. Okay. Because one thing we didn't talk about already, which I've seen it in the chat, is that she's been an adult. Oh, I said this before. She's an adult film star. He knew that. And she said, I was this before you met me. But hold up, sis. This is where I have a problem. This is where I have a problem with that statement. Yes, he married you. And here's the thing. A lot of men may not have married you because of your history, but he overlooked that. He respected you. He said, you know what? I'm going to make a wife of you. That's why you got to give this man even more respect, because he overlooked things that other men wouldn't. And then you're going to disrespect him on camera? Come on, sis. We better than that. The reality, I mean, and it does come down to, guys, when you are looking for women and you looking for a wife, you do have to be discerning of character. I mean, again, I don't know what's real here. I don't know what's real. I don't even know this woman, so I'm not judging her at all. I don't know her. I'm talking about the behavior. I'm talking about what's going on in the skit allegedly, if this is real or not. Okay, but to me, you know, you also have to be aware of the woman you decide to marry. If this is, you know, we look at it and she's like, oh, you know, I was adult film star. I did this before. You know, now we're on hard times. I resulted to what I resulted to, and now you're upset about it, but you knew who I was before I met you. Guys, it is a lesson in the sense of like, okay, you've got to be discerning of who you decide to marry. I mean, who you decide to have your family with. You know, if she values money to that extent to where she feels like, listen, you know, I don't really care how you feel. We have a financial issue, and I'm going to resort to whatever means to make sure we upkeep our lifestyle. If someone else, you know, and again, people can change. And I'm not saying people can't, you know, people can have, you know, a moment and, you know, a Paul, you know, Saul Paul moment where you lived your life one way and, you know, you're doing things a different way. And I can leave room for grace, and I can leave room for redemption. But at the end of the day, we have to be mindful of the character of the women that we're dating. And, you know, I mean, if you're dating a person and you're in relation, I don't care how bad she is, you do have to discern character, and you do have to discern value system. You know, this is not how you want to be represented in your life. That someone is saying, oh, your wife is a OF this or whatever, then you may not want to walk down that road with that particular woman. And here's the thing, that's a choice. Like, as women, we know what that looks like. We understand getting into certain things. Again, circumstances can cause us to do a lot of things, right? We can be in really dire straits and say, listen, we need money. We need to eat and make ends meet. So we do whatever we got to do to make ends meet. I get it. But we also are taking a risk that we are all aware of. We know what that looks like. And ladies, I'm trying to be respectful as possible. You know that getting into certain careers, men are going to look at you in certain ways. There are some men that don't care. But a lot of men do. And we can pretend like they shouldn't. We can say, oh, I don't know why you care, this, that, and the third. I'm making money, blah, 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 blah. We can say all that. But the reality is it does matter. At least to majority of men. Some men don't. But we can say it matters. So for me, it's like, you have to then decide, am I going to pursue this anyway? Knowing that the stick, you know, the chips are stacked up against me if I decide to go down this road. It's not impossible, because clearly this woman, by all intents and purposes, married what we would call high value guy, right? He's got status. He had money. He was tall. All those things that we talk about. He was those things. She married him. So all intents and purposes, she got with the guy she wanted to get with. What happened was they fell on the financial hard times. And she resorted to what she knew would make money for the household. I don't have a problem with her doing that I don't have a problem with her wanting to provide for the household and to contribute. I really don't. It's the fact that you didn't have a conversation with your man first. That's my problem. If your man's like, cool, do it. Okay, well then. But we're not going to put him on camera and expose him to the world and then do a TMZ interview and just put his man's business out there. Allegedly. We ain't going to embarrass our man. And that to me is ego. I don't care how beautiful you are. I don't care what you got going on. It will never be attractive to me when you out here downing your partner, male or female. When a man is out here downing his partner or ex-partner, that's not attractive to me. That's ugly. That's ugly behavior. When a woman is downing her partner, making her partner look bad or not, that's unattractive to me. It's unattractive. All of that is unattractive behavior. We all should be able to know how to handle ourselves in a way that is very, at this point in our lives, majority of my audience is between the ages of 25 and I think 45, something like that. We at this point know how to handle and conduct ourselves emotionally. It's very unattractive when a person does not know how to handle themselves in a way that is respectful. But again, that's besides the point. My whole point is I didn't like seeing her do her man like that. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. And again, I don't know if it's real. Because this could all be propaganda, to Nikolai's point, to get people to the OnlyFans page. Could be. Could not be. But the reality of it all is that at the sake of the man's ego, come on. You know, it just is that to me, I really don't have no respect for. Because to me, as I feel like and I'm speaking to women because we're talking about this specific clip. If that is your person, if that is your man, if that is your husband, okay, I need for you to be making him sound like God's gift to women. I mean, really. That's just what it is. We're not going to be doing no TMZ interview about how he's depressed and that there's another woman involved and the other woman tried to throw dirt on your name. And so now she went around your social media and found out you had an OnlyFans and sent it to you. There's just so much. There's so much there. There's so much there. There's so much. Because apparently her man got a woman on the side. So maybe this was, if she know he got a woman on the side that he been entertaining, maybe this was a ploy to get attention. I don't know. Maybe this was a way of getting him back for cheating. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. But this is just a lot. Well, he was saying that I'm Roger, facts. Why can't people be mad in private? I don't know why we can't be mad in private. Roger, I think that today's social media culture opens up the door for people to explode on the internet and then wonder why they're not being hired later. I don't know. We need to be able to handle our emotions in a way that is conducive and constructive as adults. And so I think a lot of people, they don't know how to control their emotions. Um, and that's just what that is. We have to be able to do that on, and I think that in this situation, um, man, I just, it really bothered me to see that situation. I mean, Michael, to your point, Michael asked, listen, I don't know what's going on in the situation. This could be a situation where he was like, I'm going to sleep around. I'm going to do my thing. There's so much here. It probably would take me about 2 hours to go through all of this. The reality is, he married a woman who was who has worked in the apparently in the adult film industry for 16 years. I don't know, 16 years. We're not going to say that, for a long time. She was an adult film star. She was a singer. And basically when, at some point he started having a friend on the side, because she said that the friend on the side is how he found out that she had an OnlyFans, because the other woman was creeping on her page and found her OnlyFans and sent it to her. Here's my thing. Why don't you know that your wife got an OnlyFans for a year? That, to me, that's the part that I need to understand. How you don't know your wife got, are you that consumed with the other woman that you don't know what your wife is doing? Boy, bye. How you don't know what your wife is doing? So, Patrick, to your point, Lanai, you right. Let's get into it, baby. Let's get into it, mama. You already know what time it is. Patrick, it's a mess. It's a mess. It's giving mess. And the wife said, I don't think that we're getting a divorce. Like this, our relationship's not ending. Like we're not, the relationship is not ending. So I don't know what's going on here, family. That's not the point. The point of the matter is, a man should have a say with what their partner is doing. I believe that. I believe it. I believe that a man should have a say in what his woman is doing. Sam, you mean only boyfriend or husband? Your boyfriend should have a say. I'm not saying he should be like, no, you ain't wearing that. But there are things that your boyfriend may not want you out here wearing. What's wrong with that? I don't see what's wrong with that. If I'm out here wearing stuff and I'm got the Gucci gotchas. Y'all remember? I got the Gucci gotchas out. Okay. He may not like that. The Gucci gotcha. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if I've got the Gucci gotcha out and my man is saying, I don't want the Gucci gotchas out. Well, he has input. He has the right to let me know that makes him uncomfortable. Just like if he's just like if he's out here, like for example, y'all, what if your dude out here, or if I had a dude out here that was taking a bunch of selfies and posted on the internet, or he was presenting himself in a very single manner, I've got something to say. I'm gonna be like, okay, you look single on the internet. You ain't got to post me because I don't want to be posted. But you looking real single out here in these streets. So what's up? You feel me? He wearing, right, Pam, he wearing the hoochie daddy shorts. He wearing the sweatpants season. He doing the whole nine out here, letting women know what he got going on. Yeah, Sam got something to say. What's the problem with that? If we have to, y'all, we cannot live in this world where we want everybody to do everything for us, but we are unwilling to make sacrifices for the other person. If you want to have a say, which a lot of women, we want to have a say in what our man is doing or not doing, right? Okay, so he also has to have a say too. We it can't be one way without the other. That's just not being fair. A lot of people, and I'm not saying this with men, I'm saying this with men and women. There's men that want certain things in relationships and they are unwilling to sacrifice for women. That's wrong. In order to be in a relationship, a healthy one, a good one, you have to sacrifice and you have to do things for that person that make them feel secure and safe as well. That doesn't mean you change who you are. That means you do things to make that other person happy on some level, right? And be cognizant of what doesn't. That does not mean changing who you are as a person. It means compromising. It means sacrificing. It means taking into consideration. That's what that means. Women, same thing. If you want a man to take into consider to do these things for you, to sacrifice, to be whatever, this, that, and the third, you've got to be willing to do the same. We want relationships, but we don't want the responsibility that comes with it. Until you can handle the responsibility of relationships, stay single. If you want to be a selfish person and you want to do things that you want to do, stay single. Stay single. In fact, if you want to continue to live your life the way you want to live it and not being told what to do, stay single and allow everybody else to get together that's willing to compromise for other people. Do it for the culture. Because we got a lot of selfish people out here in these streets acting like they want relationships. They go, you see it on these shows, y'all. You see it on these shows. You go on, you want to be comfortable? You don't want to sacrifice? You don't want to compromise? Stay single. That's easy. Stay single. You don't want to emotionally regulate? You don't want to be respectful of somebody else's needs? Stay single. That way, those of us who are willing to handle the responsibility of a relationship in a certain way, we can get together. Michael says that black got me stuck. Well, thank you. You know what I'm saying? I try to do something a little classy today. And it's freezing out here in Georgia. So y'all know. Chris Garcia said, very selfish with no commitment. Stay single. I totally agree. 100%. 100%. What are we doing? We wasting each other's time. Relationships require responsibility. They require a certain level of sacrifice. And what I'm seeing is that with all this ego, with all this stuff that's going on in the world today, we do not have enough people willing to make certain sacrifices to make a relationship positive, to make the other person comfortable or feel secure or feel covered or feel protected. We got a lot of ego. We want to be connected. We want to have these deep relationships, but we're not willing to go deep. We're not willing to go past the superficial. Oh, she look good. She bad. I want her. What? What kind of discernment is that? Oh, he fine. He got money. I want to be with him. Girl, what kind of discernment is that? That's dumb. Because when the money gets low, like here in this situation, when the money gets funny, people default to what they default to. When the money gets funny. You will see the evil come out of a person. You will see the character of a person when they start losing. When a man starts losing everything he's got, she defaulted to, which I would arguably say, if her story is accurate, I'm not mad at her saying I need to contribute to the household. I'm not mad about that. What she did to contribute to the household almost makes me feel like you was actually mad that he was cheating and you decided to take it to another level and go on OnlyFans and interact with other men. That's what it made me feel. Because you don't put his whole information on TMZ. That's all I'm saying. You sure did put his, you say, oh, he got this. Sis, we gotta do better. That's your husband, sis. That's your man. That's your husband. I don't even care if he's your ex-husband. At least try to represent him in a way that's respectful. She said he's got depression. He does this. He got that. We ain't got money issues. I don't start a business. He ain't got the hustle. He ain't got. I'm like, girl, oh my goodness. And you want to stay married to him? How is this gonna work? Now again, this could be a skit. That's not the point. The point is the behavior. I'm like, if you want this marriage to work, girl, you better be over there hyping him up. But here's the thing: even if you started hyping him up privately, publicly, you disrespected him. Publicly, you've made a fool of him. Allegedly. That's what you did publicly. And for me, I'm just speaking for me. I can't speak for nobody else. Once you show me how you act publicly towards me, that to me, privately stuff, no, because publicly you disrespect me. Keep that same energy privately. You can keep all that others, the sweet nothings, you can keep that all over there. Publicly, keep that energy. That's how I see it. I forgive you, but access denied. Apology accepted, access denied. Because the way that you conduct yourself publicly, you disrespect me publicly. Nah, bro, we good. Thank you. Yes, Lanai, she put his whole business out there on Front Street. Yes, I think he's cheating. I don't know if he's cheating. I don't know if it's an acceptable outside relationship. She really didn't sound too upset about the cheating. So I don't know if it's actually cheating or she's just okay with him being with other women. I don't know what the arrangement is. But she definitely said he got another woman. And the other woman is who told him that she had an OnlyFans. Other, yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. It's a lot, family. It's a lot. Maid of Love, she said, Maid of Love said, I missed the open, but sounds like they both belong to the streets. It's giving belonging to the streets. It is giving that. It's giving a lot of things, but it brings about a great point. And I hope that I've drilled the message in enough. We've got way too much ego out here in these streets. We got way too much ego. And that ego is what's keeping us single. That ego is what's keeping us in relationships we don't want to be in for way too long. Our ego is what's holding us back. We are in our own way. We are in our own way. It's self-sabotage on the highest level because we want to look big and bad for the cameras. We want to look big and bad for the media. We want to look big and bad. But privately, that's not you. Privately, that's not what this really is. And so you're battling with the person you're trying to present yourself as and what you internally desire. And when those two are battling and you've allowed your mask to be who you are, you are already saying, I want a very shallow existence. I'm saying I want an empty life. I'm saying I don't want real connection. When I present myself as something that I'm actually not, I'm not being authentic. Therefore, there's a part of me that people are attaching to that really isn't real. And I desire attachment, but the attachment that I'm getting is not an authentic attachment. Both of our basic needs are to be authentic and to have attachment. And if we are not actually being real, if we are putting on a show for the gram, and we are not being authentic with who we are, people are attaching to a version of you that does not exist. And so therefore, the real person within you is not getting what it needs. So you're seeking it out in hungry ways from the media, from everybody else. But they're not attaching to you. They're attaching to the version of you that you've created for the world. When there's women that are saying like, "Hey, I like being single. Forget these dudes. I don't want him. I don't want that. Forget them. Forget him too. I'm good by myself. Ba, 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 ba. I don't want nobody." Okay. Okay. Cool. Okay. That's a mask. That isn't real. Because deep down, we all want connection. Deep down, that's the truth. That's the truth. That's what I'm saying. I mean, So anyway, y'all, I know I went in on that topic, and I thought it was a great topic. I'm gonna go into so Pam was great about sending me some questions that you guys have put in the comments. So I'm gonna answer some of these questions that may relate to what we're talking about tonight. Let me see. Oh, okay. I saw this one, y'all. I saw this one. This'll work. This'll work. This'll work. So the question is this. My girlfriend wanted to see my phone. I refused. And 1 hour later, she was asking another man she used to deal with for a ride to work, claiming he was an old friend. What would you do? I'm going to read it again for y'all, and I'm going to give you guys the chance to respond in the chat. Actually, let me know, y'all ready? Y'all ready for this next one? Y'all ready? Let's put some ones in the chat if you ready for me to for us to go into this question. Let me see some ones in the chat. Want to make sure y'all still paying attention, because we don't beat the other one to the horse. Y'all ready? I see some ones in the chat. I see some ones in the chat. Okay, cool. I'm seeing some ones in the chat. Okay. Let's get into it. My girlfriend wanted to see my phone. I refused. And 1 hour later, una hora. For those who didn't know, I spoke a little Spanish. No, I'm playing. I don't. 1 hour later, she was asking another man she used to deal with for a ride to work, claiming he was an old friend. What would you do? What would you do? Family, game changer nation. What would you do? What would you do if your girlfriend asked for your phone or a partner? Let's just make it plain for the both of us. A partner asked for your phone. You said no. They texted the person they used to deal with for a ride to work. What do you do? Ah, Liv smoke shots that I fainted. That's funny. That's actually hilarious. Uh, they said faint, a vision, or leave her, let her go. No. So I don't have a lock on my phone. She will have no opportunity for any explanation. I will leave her insecure, cheating behind. My great grandmother had a lady coworker who needed a ride home. She had my great granddad give the coworker that ride. Whew. Little did my great grandmother know, she wound up setting them up by accident. Wow, were they together, Jason? Wow. Robert Richard says, show her the door. Michael says she knew the truth. Don't play games. She played herself. Scott says, let her accept the ride. Y'all, but here's the thing, y'all. Okay, first off, here's the thing. Both are in the wrong here, right? So we can't just come at her. We cannot just come at her without coming at him too. That's where we gotta be balanced here. I know on our YouTube streets, it be either men is all at fault or women are all at fault. There's no in between. Okay, we gotta have it in between here. And the only women that some men are really, listening to are women that are 100% saying what they're saying, and then vice versa. I'm just saying we got to have a balanced perspective. He said no to her cheating, to her looking in his phone. Is he wrong for saying no? Let's talk about that first. Is he wrong for saying no to her seeing his phone? Let's start there. Ah! Y'all, Team Love Samantha Lee is wilding, bro. Hold on. Team Love Samantha Lee said, nah, because she probably asked him, knowing that she was already talking to someone else, just to give her a reason to be mad and justify her actions. I know game when I see it. Wow. Wow. You read her like a you play that game before, Pat? What? No way, friend. Ha! She said, "Oh Lord." Okay, here's the thing. I don't think he's wrong. I don't think he's wrong for saying no. I do not think he's wrong for saying no. He has every right to say no. That's his privacy. I don't believe in like the checking phone thing. I think that brings about a very toxic relationship dynamic. I don't check people's phones unless there's like a real inclination for me to like look at the phone. But normally I'm not going to look at the phone because I don't want to break. Listen, I feel like if you're looking for something, you're going to find it. So I don't do that. I let the Lord tell me. I let the Lord tell me, and when the Lord tell me, then I know. But otherwise than that, I don't look for nothing because I don't want to get hurt. That's just how I look at it. Anywho, this young lady asked him for his phone. He said no. She took it. She could have taken that as, oh, okay, so you want to play games. Oh, okay, so you must be hiding something. And with her, with that being said, she went to petty levels 1,000. Again, what is this? An example of ego. But here's my thing. If you wanted to get with old boy, just get with old boy. Why do we have to do this? Oh, I know. Smoke screen. I want to get with old boy anyway. So now I'm going to blame it on your behavior because I knew you weren't going to let me check your phone. I'm going to say, oh, he was hiding. Y'all, hold on. I gotta stand up for this one. Hold on, I gotta take a sip of water. Because this is I just saw this. Check this, family. I just saw this. So I was watching the show the other day, y'all. I was watching the show. And the show is a marriage show. You know, it's a marriage show where people are working on their marriages. They come here and they come to this place and they're working on their marriages, right? I love shows like this. I like dissecting it. So anyway, they're on the show. And one of the women on the show, her spouse had been incessantly cheating on her. When they say incessantly cheating, she was saying that he cheated at every given point in their relationship. They have 2 kids. They've been married for a period of time, but they haven't been together for a period of time. During that time that they haven't been together, he'd been messing with somebody else and she'd been messing with somebody else. Well, her sleeping with somebody else has led her to catch feelings for somebody else, right? So they go to this island. They're trying to work out their relationship. She cannot let go of the fact that he'd been in a relationship. But here's my thing. It really wasn't about him not what he's done. She ended up catching feelings for the other guy. So this whole time, you're seeing her like just cry about the cheating, cry about the other thing. And maybe she is still hurt about it. But to me, throughout the entire show, she's justifying her connection to this guy, even though she's already said that she's going to stop talking to him. She's justifying, oh, well, he cheated on me all this time. So now I got this dude. And now, I'm over here. And even though I'm on this island and I promised him that I'm not going to talk to this guy anymore, this guy is now flown out to the island where her and her husband are working out their relationship. And she's sleeping with the guy she was sleeping with while they were separated. And she's over here like, oh, well, y'all don't understand why I do it. I do it because he's cheated 1,000,001 times. And so now I don't know if I like him. I don't know if I love him. Well, sis, here's the thing. How you gonna figure out what you got with your husband with your other dude there? Now you over here spending the night with the other dude because you done lost a connection with your husband. And now blaming your husband for his indiscretions. But here's the thing, family. Here's the thing. If I am in relationship with you and I can't get over the cheating you did, I made a decision. I cannot be that same version of me anymore. I am now involved sexually with another person. And I now have caught feelings for the person I'm sleeping with. Instead of taking the time to say, you know what? This is where I'm at. Why blame shift? Why make it about what he did? You stayed. You're still married to him. You're on an island trying to work out the marriage. Why make it about what he did? You did what you did. And you bringing this man out to an island while you working on your marriage It's ridiculous. Stop making it about what somebody else does. If you decide to stay in a relationship with someone after the fact that they've done something to you, that does not give you the right to then hurt them in some kind of way. No. If you say you're going to stay in a relationship, if you say you're going to stay in a marriage, work it out. Don't spend the rest of the marriage ruminating on what he did in the beginning of the marriage or in the middle of the marriage. That's what we do. Instead of taking accountability for what our part was, we decide we're going to make it about what somebody else did. Yes. Oh boy, going back to the example that we had. Oh boy, the guy that sent the comment, he said no. Right? He said no to her looking at the phone. Instead of asking him why, because I don't think looking at the phone is really what you're asking. What are you asking? You're asking like, it's called the last resort. It's called the last resort. Team Love Samantha Lee, last resort. My thing in this particular situation is that, okay, yes, he said no. He said no to you looking at the phone. That might have made you mad. Okay. That might have made you mad. But you going to reach out to the dude you used to sleep with to get a ride to work? First off, why doesn't this woman have a car? That's my other question. Why don't she have a car? Are you driving her to work every day? I'm sorry, y'all. I understand people go through hardships. But if people at a certain big age don't have a car, that's problematic for me. I'm sorry. That's my first question. Why don't she have a car? Exactly, Scott. You got a job, but you ain't got a car. Okay, that's besides the point. Okay, so now she's now going to up the ante and ask her ex to take her to work. Sis, I don't care if he said no. I don't care what he said. That does not justify your reaction. Y'all, we are responsible for our reaction. Just because somebody does something to us doesn't give us the right to meet them with the same energy or worse energy or up the ante. Because at the end of the day, if your reaction supersedes their response, now it's about how you responded to what they did. And you could have been justifiably upset. You could have been justifiably upset that he said no to looking at the phone. But now you're going to up the ante. Now your reaction, your retaliation is to call your ex and drive you to work. How does this make this better? You would have done better confronting him about why he wouldn't let you see the phone versus upping the ante and then putting it on him. That's what I'm saying. That's where we get lost in. We get lost in this petty tit for tat, and really is an ego. It's an ego thing. Oh, you're not gonna show me your phone? Okay, I'm gonna call my ex. Let's see how you feel about that. That's immature, that's childish, And at the end of the day, y'all, we are judged by our responses. We can't necessarily determine the storms that decide to blow into our lives, but we are responsible for how we respond to those things. And just because something is wrong, just because something is bad, just because something hurts, doesn't give us the right to hurt other people. Doesn't give us the right to react explosively or in a way that you will regret later. Because it might be about, okay, yeah, you might be justifiably upset. But right now we're in a culture that really rewards bad behavior. That really rewards people completely acting up. You feel big and bad now, but now people look at you in a different way. Oh, they can't handle their emotions. Oh, you don't want to talk to her. She don't know how to act. Now you've gotten a reputation because of how you've chosen to respond. The power is in how you respond. The power is in how you respond. Her response to him not giving her the phone is now what we have to judge her off on. And for me, in my opinion, if a woman is willing to go to that level of disrespect, yeah, that's not a person you want to be with long term. There's nothing you saying no to her looking at your phone. Yes, that could cause questions. Yes, that can cause, like, why don't you want me to see the phone? What's going on in the phone? Okay, that's justifiable. But to call your ex to take you to work, yeah, that's disrespectful. That's disrespect. That's a level of disrespect, unwarranted disrespect, that should cause you some pause and cause you some, that should make you say, nah, I need to look at this a little deeper. There's a level of disrespect about that particular scenario that I mean, that really does cause you, it should cause you to say, I don't know if I want to ride this ride with her. Because that tit for tat, the tatting for titting, the titting for tatting, that, like I said, what kind of relationship are we trying to have? Thank you, Educated Funk. All praises to the Most High here, a marriage and family therapist speaking. LOL. Thank you, Educated Funk. I appreciate you, sir. Thank you for the super chats. I thank you for all the super chats tonight. Thank you guys so much for supporting the show. I enjoy doing this show, and I enjoy each and every one of you guys and your perspectives. Yeah, the titting for that. But again, that's the thing, is that this is ego. It's a lot of ego driven stuff that we got going on, y'all. That's the reality. That's what this all boils down to. That's what this all boils down to. If we love somebody and we care about them, then we should take into consideration how we respond. We should take into consideration how they feel. We should take into consideration how we represent ourselves. Those are things that we should take into consideration. And a lot of times, because we want them to seem like we have the most power, or we want to win the argument, or we want to look better in front of everybody. But what does that really matter? You win the battle, but you lose the war. And the first example that we shared today, that's your husband. And y'all, if we are dating a man at this point, or we are married to a man, I almost feel like it's your responsibility to protect that person, to protect their likeness. That when you on that camera, you're not making them look crazy. You're not saying wild stuff. You're not downing them. You're not making them feel less than. You're not calling them ugly. You're not calling them unsuccessful. You're not putting, oh, they broke, they depressed. You're not doing all that. You're not going on camera making somebody look bad. That's just a respect thing. Lanaya's right. Self-control, fruit of the spirit, of one's own actions. You can't control the actions of others. But self-respect is a spiritual thing. And being able to control how you respond to people. That's valuable data, y'all. And we should be paying attention to that. How does one choose to respond? We can't control what comes our way. But how do we choose to respond to those things? That's what we're responsible for. And I believe that when we're talking about relationships and we're talking about this specific one with this woman, it's about respect. It's about respect. It's about I want to represent you the right way. I don't want you to feel like I don't have your back. I don't want you to feel, I don't want to make you or paint you in a light that is negative. And again, she's never done this before. So this may be because of cheating. And this may be because of, it may be a reaction, but it still does not justify the response. Regardless, it doesn't justify the response. A lot of times we allow our ego to run amok and make us do things and say things that just isn't conducive, helpful, meaningful, make you look good, make the other person look good. It just makes everything bad. We have to be more mindful. We have to be more strategic. We also cannot be so ego-driven. And then when the last example, again, response does not justify. You might not have liked the guy said, hey, I don't want you to look at my phone. Okay, that's cool. But now you calling your ex? It doesn't justify. That is not a good response. That's you. It's a pissing contest. And guess what? You lost. Because no one's going to hear that and say, oh, you know what? But he didn't let you listen to your phone. Or he didn't let you look at his phone. No, not a real friend. Not somebody that's going to hold you accountable. Your power is in the response. And we need to be more responsible. We need to stop being so ego-driven. Making just at whatever cost, making sure we look good. No matter who we lose in the process, making sure we look good. That's fake. That's phony. That's going to keep you alone for a very long time. Why? Because you're not considering other people. You're being selfish in your response, and it really reeks of insecurity. Where I've got to do so much, throw everybody under the bus to make myself look good. That's not a way, or that's not, well, it's not godly, number one. But how does that make your relationship better? How does that make this better? All right, you guys. So anyway, I hope that this was a good live. Did y'all enjoy the live tonight? Let me see some ones in the chat if you enjoyed the live tonight. I just want to see if this resonated. You girls feeling a little under the weather, but I try to push through because I really do honor y'all time and I really honor y'all commitment as well. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Thank you guys. Love y'all. Thank you so much. And so tomorrow night, you guys, I'm going live again. It's an early live tomorrow. It's 11 a.m. live. That's just because I have to go somewhere at 2, so I won't be able to do the normal live. But I will be going live at 11 a.m. and we are going to talk about another thing. It's going to be more about dating rules, y'all. Dating rules, y'all. Dating rules. And so we're going to be talking about a topic where I saw a young woman who basically talks to a guy and she's letting them know that she's not going to sleep with him until they're together. And so we're going to talk about that tomorrow. Is that a good rule to have? Dating rules. So we're going to talk about that tomorrow. Again, I'll see you guys at 11 a.m. tomorrow during the day. I hope you guys be well, enjoy yourselves, sleep well, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Okay. All right, family. Bye-bye.